Psych. Fuck you, Craig.
Craig is the punching bag of the podcast. No is not in his vocabulary.
True.
It's the post show. The post show will never ever be monetized if we ever reach that point. I can't even imagine, like, I don't know. Like, I can't help but drop F-bombs. I can't help it.
Yeah, who cares? I don't give a shit.
Yeah, I don't either. Welcome to the post show for Kara Kadrin. If you're just joining us for the post show, because it's probably going to be shorter, this is the real talk after hours. This is like the taxi cab confessions of Warhammer. So you could imagine. You mentioned Troy. I barely had enough time to play Kara Kadrin.
Okay.
I have not even had a lot of time to play Troy.
Okay.
I don't have like a fully formed opinion on Troy so far. I still wish they had leaned more into the fantasy side of things, honestly.
Yeah.
It's kind of weird how they like leaned into it but never really committed to it. I think it would have really benefited from having some fantasy type units.
Yeah, I think we talked about that last time. We were just like, just say which it's gonna be, instead of like, yeah, this weird in between that doesn't do anything for anyone.
I mean, you definitely notice like the difference, like the quote unquote fantasy units that they have, like the things that they call as harpies, centaurs and stuff. They're definitely way more powerful than your like regular units that are comparable. But the sieges are definitely a lot more difficult. I'll give them that. But I haven't had really a lot of time to commit to it. Yeah. I am intrigued by Paris of Troy's campaign, because it's like marriage simulator. I don't know when the Troy War took place, but like, I don't know, 1000 BC, because you have to keep both Helen and Paris happy by constantly moving her around and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And apparently she can actually be like kidnapped by opposing factions and stuff. So it's kind of seems like a fun little thing that can happen.
Yeah, that's funny.
Achilles is really temperamental. Like, his mood changes all the time, and he gets like different bonuses and debuffs with that.
He's like a Luther Harkon.
Yeah, actually, yeah, a lot like Luther Harkon, but I haven't had a lot of time with Luther. The map is still really cool. I like the art style a lot. You mentioned it before, how you liked it. It's like Hercules from Disney. I really love that art style. But there's probably not enough factions. I don't want to go too hard into it because I just haven't played it enough. Yeah.
It seems like, the general impression is like, it's good, but it's like, it's not a full game.
I couldn't even imagine paying for it, honestly. At this point, I would not recommend anybody paying cash money. If you didn't get it when it was for free, probably give it a year and see where it stands.
Yeah. I'll grab it on a Steam sale in a couple months.
Maybe. Depending on what they've added to it, honestly.
Yeah.
I'd honestly more recommend you get Three Kingdoms before you get this.
Oh, yeah?
So. You did, definitely, without a doubt. Three Kingdoms has a lot of cool... there's a lot more I like to the Three Kingdoms, and if I could afford to get the Nanman expansion that came out, I would definitely pick that up. Like maybe by next month, if I can afford it, I'll get it.
Yeah.
But even if I have time to do it at that point.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. I don't know. Troy was Yeah, if you didn't get it for free, I can't recommend it at this point, honestly.
Yeah, that's kind of unfortunate.
Also, the chariot meta is like almost unforgivable.
Apparently. Oh, were you privy to the whole like backspace thing that happened this week?
What?
Okay, so Legend came out with this video where there's this exploit in the game, and apparently it's been in the last couple Total War games, and he's known about it, but he like didn't say anything because he thought everyone just knew about it but didn't talk about it. Basically, you can stop enemy movement by hitting backspace like anytime on your keyboard during
Stop enemy movement?
Yeah. If they like try to move an army, like you see they're gonna move an army towards you, you just hit backspace and they'll stop.
Why? I never even considered that.
Yeah, like no, it's like the stupidest thing.
Wow, that's
apparently
really
it's been
bizarre.
like the game for like a long ass time. And he was like, "Hey, maybe we should fix this because like this is actually ridiculous." And so everyone was like making memes about like having to like know that you can stop the enemy movement, but like not doing it.
I mean, that's. I can see why maybe he didn't say anything, because even if I knew about that, I probably would never do that because it seems like so. I don't know. Like, I'm not big on exploiting every part of a game, even if I know about it.
Yeah.
Like, that seems like too ridiculous. It's like, oh, there's this big army coming towards me. Hit backspace, and it gives me another turn to prepare. Because I even feel bad when I like quick load after losing a fight or something like that.
Mm-hmm. So sometimes I don't usually like rage quit. Like I think the last time I did was like Marcus Wolfhart. And well, maybe Malice because I was getting a bunch of bugs during his campaign.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Anyway, like, yeah, I don't really rage quit, but I will reload a battle if I think I could win it, and I just did really poorly, like just to improve my playing of the game. Not so much to like get ahead in the campaign, but more so to like learn from my mistakes immediately.
No, I definitely do that too. I never feel like great about it because there's always that there's that side of me that likes I kind of got into like rogue. Is that what they call it? Rogue RPG games or roguelite?
Yeah.
That category where you're kind of meant to lose sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I never feel great, but especially when we're doing the show, like especially if it's like where I make like pretty glaring mistakes, where it's like, oh, I forgot about all my Iron Drakes that I had in this army, which I literally did one fight. I just forgot I even had them, and I also disabled their fire at will ability, so they just sat there taking just wave after wave until they're wiped out.
Watching.
Yeah, and I was like, oh, that was brilliant of me to do that. Especially since you have to wait 3 turns to hire those guys and then not to use them. Yeah. I wish I could say better things about Troy, and I just haven't really played it enough. And I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm more excited to go back to Three Kingdoms, honestly, once I can get the 9-man campaign, because they get now they get tigers and elephants and stuff in it, and I'm like, ooh, that sounds really fun.
Yeah, I'll be more interested in like a big historical release or Warhammer 3.
I mean, I've been considering, since I did reinstall Attila, like I think a month ago now, even though I haven't really played it. I kind of want to download. There's like a mod. It's like 1313 AD or something. It's basically medieval Total War on the Attila engine.
Yeah,
and I kind of want to like I like I kind of want to re-download Medieval 2 Total War because I had a lot of fun with that.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. I do miss some of the more historical things. Troy really should have leaned more into fantasy and mythology, though. I don't know why they just like dip their toe into the fantasy aspect instead of like go half and half, go all in, or do none at all. Really,
it was really weird.
I don't know. I get that they were experimenting, and they gave it away for free for a day, so I'm not gonna be too hard on them.
People got it for free. It was like millions of copies, so yeah.
And I mean, I've always been curious about Thrones of Britannia, but until they give that away for free, I ain't never getting that.
Yeah.
So what do you think we should do for the next episode? Are we still leaning towards vampire counts, or what are you thinking?
Yeah, I was really thinking vampire counts, but like the amount that I've fought vampire counts in the last little bit has made me like kind of upset.
I mean, well, it's always different when you play. I'm not saying we should do them, but it's always a little different when you actually play as them.
Yeah, that's true. I'm just like very sick of Manfred's voice.
That's funny. Yeah, I wouldn't even know which one to pick, honestly, at this point.
Yeah, because I'm confused about like people's opinions of which one is the proper one and which one should be like taken or made a hero.
I don't know. We don't have to do them. There's nothing saying we have to.
Is there anything else you'd like really like to do?
I don't know, Nakai.
Well, yeah, we could do Nakai.
We could do.
For some reason, I've been feeling like Vampire Coast.
Ooh, okay. Yeah, I've been thinking about them a little bit too.
Yeah. So I could go for Aranessa or Luther. Or Silostra, fuck it.
No, well, if you give her the option, I mean,
but I
Aranessa has a great Mortal Empires start. I feel
that's true. I would really like to do Nakai as well, but that's I'm really cool with either Nakai or Aranessa.
Oh, okay. So this is the kind of are those the two choices we're putting on the table?
We'll throw Vlad in there as well, but
Vlad von Karstein?
Yes.
Okay. Let's think about this.
You can mull it over.
That's actually pretty difficult. I mean, not really Vlad, honestly. Like the only reason why I would do Vlad is because we just haven't done them yet.
Yeah.
That's literally the only reason.
And I feel like they're in a similar situation to the dwarves.
Yeah. I mean, I wouldn't mind if we skip them this time around.
Sure.
Maybe we avoid them until after the Wood Elf DLC.
Yeah, maybe after we find out what's coming out with that.
Yeah, when are they gonna, dude? They gotta give us something.
It's been a hot minute. Like it's for real. It was like we have a DLC coming, and we're like, okay, and then they just like sat on it for a month and just haven't said a thing.
Well, like, Troy came out. The Nanman campaign, the expansion pack just released for Three Kingdoms. So the next thing they got to do is release some more info on that, because that would be the next thing that logically comes down the line.
Yeah, I think, but I don't know. People are going to speculate about it for hours.
Yeah, we can't make endless speculation videos. I've seen a lot. It's weird because I've seen a lot of videos regarding the different characters for Clan Moulder and the Wood Elves, and it's like I kind of stopped watching them because it's like at this point it's like I just gotta, is it next month that they hopefully release something that tells me what's coming, and then I'll be more,
Yeah, like I just watched like one video on Draika, like one on like potential Clan Moulder units, and I was like kind of thought about that and molded over, and that was about like it. Like there's not much to go on, so there's not much to think about.
Yeah, exactly. That's kind of where I'm sitting at.
Yeah, like I could be like, oh, it could be this, but it could be this. And I was like, no, I just thought about it for 20 minutes and was like, yeah, that's about what I think.
Yeah, and there's no reason to dig any more deeper into it. I get why people do, and
Yeah,
maybe I should.
we had a 10-minute conversation about it, and that was about it.
Yeah, I mean, and once we know more, even if we just know who the legendary lords are, I'd be more than willing to talk more about it.
Yeah, exactly. There you go. I can talk about that for 20 minutes.
But as to who we should play, I'm actually quite torn between Nakai and Aranessa.
Yeah, right. It's a hard decision.
That's a pretty even pick. Do you want me to look up a quick I don't know, coin flipping simulator on Google?
Are you literally at like a 50-50?
I'm at 50-50, man, because I could go like I see the appeal for both. You know what I mean? There's parts of Nakai that I would definitely do Nakai Vortex. There's no reason for me to do Mortal Empires.
Yeah.
But with Aranessa, like I'd rather do Mortal Empires and see where that goes. Just because she's in a very unique geographical location, opposed to the Southern Realms and Ikit, who's going to be, I'm sure, a pain in the ass. Although maybe I can make friends with them. I don't know. Coin flip online generator. Let's see. Coin flip. Just flipacoin.com. Okay. Do you want to do the coin flip to decide?
Heads is Nakai, tails is Aranessa.
All right, heads Nakai, tails is Aranessa. Are you ready? I'm about to flip it. Or do you want me to flip a real coin, or just the?
But do you have a real coin and you still looked it up?
Well, it's not on me. I mean, I've got like a little basket of coins, like about 10 feet away from me.
Oh my god.
Hey, it's 2020, man. I can just simulate this shit.
Like within reach, you're just like, nah, I can just not move my hand.
Well, it's not within reach. I'd have to take off my headphones and shit.
Oh my god.
All right, I'm just gonna do the simulator.
Okay. Yeah, whatever.
Okay. 3, 2, 1, let's go. Oh, it's heads. It's heads.
Nakai.
Yeah, it's the Nakai. It is.
All right.
All right. I mean, we're settling this on a coin flip, but like I said before, I kind of wanted to go back to the Lizardmen for another go around.
Yeah, so, we've got like a lot. Yeah, we've got lots of playtime, I guess, on them. Like lots of stuff yet to play with them. So
yeah.
Yeah.
And I know you were a bit intimidated by Nakai's campaign. I am a little bit too, because I know it's not easy. I've done a couple attempts, honestly, on him.
Yeah, if you think Tehenowin was fucking hard early game because of money, Nakai is like very bad apparently.
I mean, I have a lot of experience with horde factions just because I've played so much chaos, and so I have an idea of how to handle like the campaign side of things. But also I really like how I know in Nakai's Vortex campaign, the Empire has much bigger foothold in Lustria. Like they own a couple different provinces that they don't normally start with, which I think is cool.
AI Mortal Empires Nakai right now always fucking dies in 2 turns.
I know. So fucking stupid. I mean, he really doesn't belong where he is in Mortal Empires. I feel like that's just like some sort of unique run that you do if you feel like it.
It's funny because I've been playing a shit ton of Marcus Wolfhart this week.
Really?
Yeah. I couldn't believe it either because like after I kind of wrapped up my dwarf campaign, like when I was just like, okay, I'm probably gonna lose to Manfred in about 20 turns, and so I was just like, I don't need to finish this because I know what's gonna happen. So I felt like playing Gelt because I wanted to play Empire, but I didn't really feel like playing another Karl Franz campaign because I played like 6. So started playing Gelt, who is like super super fun. Have you played as him?
Yeah, I do really like Gelt.
Okay, he's
Yeah.
like fuck. It's like just softens up everything before they even get close.
I just like because he has he has quite a couple of good offensive spells and good defensive spells. I think
Yeah.
that he's just good all around. You know what I mean?
Well, and like yeah, Lore of Metal is like not good at all if you have to pay that much wins. Like it's not very good with chaos
Yeah.
or like high elves. Like it's not good.
But with Gelt, you get a lot of extra winds of magic anyway. So it's really
Yeah,
not.
well yeah, and then like Searing Doom is one wins, literally one.
I didn't realize you could reduce it that low.
Yeah, it's that low. And the Gehenna's Golden Hounds, the vortex is 2.
Wow. Okay. That's a sell.
That's not with overcasting, but yeah.
That's a hard sell. That's for sure.
You could like and you'll literally have like 140 to 200 casts of that.
If that's the only thing you want to use as well.
Yeah, exactly. Like if you're besieging something, you can just hide most of your units and just Gelt will fly in and fuck them up.
That's pretty powerful. I found a mod recently for Warhammer that I would say is a must get. Hold on, let me see if I can find it really quick. It actually gives reloading animations to all of your riflemen in the Empire. They see, like them actually.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, let me see. It's the
I
bottom.
think I saw like a post of that on Reddit, but it was for like Vampire Coast.
I don't. Let's see, reloading. I don't know if they're definitely adding in other factions, but right now I know for a fact it's at least covers the Empire units, and I'm like, ooh, this looks pretty cool. Just the extra animations of them as opposed to firing and then just kind of standing still, looking around, and then firing again.
Mm-hmm.
I like that. I like that kind of stuff. So Nakai is going to be interesting. That's for sure. I'm glad we've kind of come full circle because even after we did Marcus Wolfheart, I was like, I kind of want to trade. Like Nakai is such the obvious enemy, and Nakai does not perform really well, even in that campaign. He just shows up in the final battle. I never fought him outside of that.
Yeah, no, he just dies.
Yeah, pretty much in every campaign.
Yeah. After I was kind of finished, like I was almost 200 turns into Gelt campaign, like pretty much entire Empire was united under Golden Order and yada yada yada. Chaos has been defeated, whatever. I still wanted to play Empire, so I was like, oh, I guess I'll just play Marcus or like see how if like I was a little bitch last time I played this. And it turns out that like I think so. Like honestly. I really thought that very hard normal was impossible as Marcus. I was like, I really don't think there's any way to do this without severely cheesing it. And I understand now why I was very wrong.
What do you think you learned? I'm curious. Was it just the units you were using? Because I definitely made a big mistake about what units I was using the first time.
It was. I think really, the way I was playing, because I think typically Empire can play pretty boxy, like protect the artillery and the missile units. Like keep your crossbowmen and hellstorms back, and like kind of hold them off from there. And then you have like like shock cap and stuff like that to deal with other things.
So what did you do this time that was different?
I didn't like just go into a box against Lizardmen because like you just can't win that fight ever, like at all, even with like flanking missile units and stuff like that. So I've really been doing like skirmishing with them. Like every army will have like 8 or 9 huntsman units in like 2 or 3 groups all over the place to like lock down like bigger threats and some of the heavier infantry. So like a lot of the big threats don't even get like close to my actual line, which is considerably smaller because usually nothing ever reaches it between the huntsmen and the hellstorms. Because you get like a light wizard and overcast net of Amatok on them, so they're like literally can't move. And Marcus has his snare, which is basically the same thing for an extended period of time.
Yeah, you can melt some of those larger creatures with the huntsman if you do that for sure.
And if you keep like a couple hand gunners in your back pocket by the hellstorms, that's even better.
Yeah, just a couple. Yeah.
Yeah, like I definitely was not using Marcus very well at all because he was mostly just like kind of in my lines. So he'd get like a shot or 2 off and then he'd be like in combat where he sucks.
Yeah.
Because I did not know how to use him, and now I'm like, damn, he is like fucking crazy. Especially with like his executioner bow shot.
Yeah, is that the one that does more damage? The more damage the enemy unit already is, I think.
It's like the direct shot that has to be a single unit that is like a third of something's health.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, he's super fun to play against because you're just like constantly ambushing him. It's really cool.
Well, it's gonna be weird to play as Nakai this time. Full circle, man. We've come back around.
Yeah, especially because his Mortal Empires and his Vortex is so different.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it's like literally Albion and Lustria.
You don't get much further away than that.
Not really, no. They're like, yeah.
Well, all right, Nakai it is. I'm excited.
Yeah.
I've been. I'm glad I get to go back to the Lizardmen so soon because I feel like I was really just getting started with Tehenowen, figuring things out, learning some things about how they work, and yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually really excited for this one.
Yeah. I was considering playing Hexawaddle coming up, so yeah, that's fair. This is gonna scratch that itch.
Yeah, I was thinking of that too because I've literally never played as Hexawaddle ever, and the more I've played with the surrounding factions, I'm like Hexawaddle actually has a pretty interesting start position.
Mazdamundi is a big papa.
No, I know he is.
He is one of the best casters in the game.
Yeah. And like you're dealing with Norskins, Dark Elves, even
High Elves potentially. Yeah.
High Elves potentially. You're dealing with a shit ton of people, so it seems like an interesting, matchup, especially since you're powerful. So it makes sense for the amount of enemies that you can potentially face. All right, man. I got to be at work in 7 hours from now.
Oh, that's fun.
Just about. But I'm gonna try and give me like I'll try and get the regular episode out tomorrow night. I'll try and get it done. And then after that, I'll try and release the post show. And also, since I listen to our show like regularly, at least once through anyway, I'll try and come up with I'll try and write down like little time markers in my own notes that I can maybe like cut out to make maybe 5-minute clips or 10-minute clips or something.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
Yeah, just to because we touch on certain like subjects and categories and then stick to them.
Or just like someone's rant about something.
Yeah, and I think that's very helpful. I think that's what brought in new people the last time for just our post show. They want to be sure that they're in before they commit to the 2 hours.
Yeah, exactly.
I don't know. I listen to podcasts that are like 6 or 7 hours long. So to me, it's like, I'm like, 2 hours? That's it?
You're just like, it's kind of short, guys.
Yeah. But all right. Well, thanks, Archer, for being so patient with me the past couple of weeks, because
Oh, no worries.
all the craziness, the break-ins that we had, and then people calling out and going on vacation.
Shit went down.
Yeah, some shit went down. That's for sure. But hopefully in 2 weeks we can cover Nakai. And
Awesome.
yeah, and all you new people out there, leave us a like, subscribe. If it's just the post show that you caught, please give. We've got multiple legendary lords that we've covered so far. Maybe you're on your way to work and you can't watch your favorite let's player like Legends of Total War, or serious trivia, or any other YouTubers that you might like, and you just want to listen. That's kind of what we're here for. Give us a before Nakai comes out, leave us any comments you have about his campaign, what you think of it, favorite units, what you like about the Nakai the Wanderer as well. Hopefully when we play him, they've updated the defenders. Is that like sort of like vassal faction that you create as you go along?
The defenders of the Great Plan.
Yeah, because
I don't know how much TLC they've gotten.
Yeah, I mean, not even DLC, just update to their AI. Because I remember when they first came out, like you had to download a mod to make them do something other than just sit there, basically. Not that they'd still mostly sit there, but at least they would do something. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like actually recruit armies if they could afford it.
Mm-hmm.
But either way, we're going to try out Nakai, at least complete his... I'm going to try at least completing his Vortex campaign. I'm not so interested in the Mortal Empires.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know. It's kind of cool fighting like the Chaos tribes and stuff, but the Vortex campaign is what I did for Wolfheart. So I want to see that final battle from Nakai's perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
But you got anything else for us, Archer?
I am all good. Thank you.
All right. Well, thank you, sir. And thank you for everybody listening. Stay tuned for Nakai coming in a little while. And hopefully... Oh, yeah. You know what we never cover? Well, fuck it. We'll do it next time. But about our future plans, about possibly streaming and some other...
Yeah, we can talk about it.
Yeah, we'll talk about it next time.
Cool.
But I got to get to bed, and I'm sure Archer does as well.
So, yeah, that sounds good.
All right. Have a good night, everybody. Craig, get back to your cage underneath the staircase over there. Lucky we don't leave you outside in the rain.
Why is Craig Harry Potter?
He's lower than Harry Potter.
He sounds like he is Harry Potter.
Kinda. He just... I don't know. I don't know. I'm too tired anymore. I've had too many Bugman's brews. I'm done. I'm out.
That's it.
All right. Have a good night, everybody.